it's Grandma Roseanne. What do you think about banana nut bread? Oh, I think it is fantastic. I love banana nut bread. So it's be easy to make. So here's what we have. In this little bowl, I have 1.5 cups of flour, 1¼ teaspoons of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Those are your dry ingredients. We want to mix those up a little bit. You're going to be shocked how easy this is and how delicious. Now in the mixer, and for this recipe, you guys, you really do need a mixer. You do. It needs to mix a long time and pretty powerful. So if you have a hand mixer, that's fine. But I don't think you're going to get the same result if you try to do it by hand. So that's 1/4 cup of butter, and it's softened. I have 1 cup of brown sugar. You can use white sugar if you want to, but that brown sugar gives it kind of a little bit of that molassy taste to it. It's delicious, so you might want to try that. And then here, 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt. Now, you don't use regular yogurt. You want to use the Greek yogurt because you want the thickness of the Greek yogurt. If you want to use sour cream, you can use that. That's just as good. Now, this step is important. You're going to beat it at a medium speed for 4 minutes. 4 minutes is a long time, you guys. It really is. You're going to think it doesn't need that much, but it does. So time it. Alexa, time 4 minutes.
4 minutes, starting now.
Whoa. And you want your butter softened, okay? Don't try to take it out of the refrigerator and get this to happen. Let it soften. Now while that's mixing, it's a good time to talk about our pan. This is a low pan, and I have prepared the pan with a little bit of a sling here. All I did was take some parchment paper. I put a little bit of spray on there, you know, the kitchen spray. What do they call that stuff? I forget. Put it on there and then just press this down in it. It will make pulling it out so much easier, okay? So you want to be able to have that ready. And then here I have, it calls for, what does the recipe call for? Just look to see what the recipe called for. And I guess I just didn't care because I didn't write it down because I just put in as many nuts as I want. So you put in as many as you want. I think it calls for something ridiculously small, like a 1/2 cup. So we're going to let this go until we have our complete 4 minutes, and then we are going to add 2 whole eggs to the mix. And let those cook up a little bit. So during this 4 minutes is a good time to work with our bananas. You're going to need 4 bananas, and they have to be very ripe. Now, how do you know what very ripe is? It's when your kids look at it and say, yeah, I'm not going to eat that. You're right, they won't. But they're going to ask for a second piece of this. But the more brown spots you get on it, the sweeter the banana is. So the bananas in here, I just took a masher and just mashed them. Ever so simple, just mashed them. Alexa, stop. Now we're going to incorporate our eggs one at a time. And it'll just run for just I don't know, maybe a minute. Safety measure is shut this off before you crack your egg over it. I can't tell you that I've done that a couple times and I had my shell in there, had to throw the whole thing away and start all over. Not a very good thing to do. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. I'm going to add them all at one time. But what you're going to want to do is kind of start it slow so it doesn't do that to you. Once you add the flour mixture, don't beat it too much. Just incorporate it because then you'll start developing gluten in that, and you don't want that, all right? Now it's time for our 4 bananas that we have mashed. See how incredibly easy this is? Smells wonderful. I'm going to a football party tomorrow because my Chiefs are playing tomorrow. So I am going to take this and a couple of other things too. Be a nice treat. Now this is an optional step for you. I like to do it. I just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the top. It kind of glistens. It makes it look kind of pretty. So if you have raw sugar, that's really nice too, but I don't. So I'm just using regular granulated sugar. Now we are just going to throw all these nuts. I just gave them a rough chop. Give it a good mix. See? This whole thing doesn't take 20 minutes. It really doesn't. And we dump it in. I always want you to see that, but it's so awkward to do it that way. I have to go over this way in order to get all of it out. I'm not leaving any behind. It's a very dense loaf, so what you need to do is give it a lot of cooking time. It's going in at 350 and it'll be there for 55 to 60 minutes. I will be back with a finished product.